Guys, how does the U.S. men's national team get grouped? In a group with Panama and Bolivia. Those two teams right there, we should not have lost to. A big portion is because of Tim Weah. I 100% think that Tim Weah cost us this tournament because of that game. That game is what ruined it. But he's not the only one to blame. He's not the only one. There are many things that cost us this tournament. The U.S. should have advanced out of this because that was the bare minimum. We should have done that regardless. I'm not even wearing their jersey because it's pathetic. And a lot of people should be mad, and rightfully so. But the U.S. Soccer Federation, the signs have been there. They don't care. They do not care about soccer in this country. All they care about is money and pride stuff. They had to make sure the stadiums were full of pride stuff. The jerseys, the numbers. Yep, we can't miss that. We can miss all of the other things that will help grow this sport in this country. I mean, Gregg Berhalter got rehired. You know, the whole thing that happened with his wife. Just the fact that he got rehired when that movement was so big, that right there was a total shock. But I get it. It was a long time ago. But still, he got rehired. He shouldn't have got rehired because he was not a winning coach. The main guys the U.S. likes to advertise, I think those guys is not a good place to be at in the workplace, if you will. You know what I'm saying? Like the players, like, oh, okay, we can't go anywhere near these guys, or we can't go and tell these guys that they have to play better, or vice versa, because, you know, they're protected by the media. They're protected by U.S. soccer. And if we go against them, then we're going to be looked at as the bad guys. Like, who are you to tell us what to do? Like, you know, we're way better than you. And those four guys, in my opinion, are McKennie, Pulisic, Tyler Adams, and Weah. I think those guys, I think they run the show. And I think other players feel like they cannot tell them, hey, you know, we got to work on this, or hey, you ain't that good. You know, the whole thing with McKennie, and he's out here getting mad at fans because they don't show up to games, and it's like, why would they? Look at what you're doing. Look at what you're not doing. You're not producing. Tyler Adams came out and said that he was the best to do it in the world. It's like, what are you talking about? You're not even playing. And you're coming out with that garbage. U.S. soccer, the whole thing with the USL Championship and the Open Cup, they didn't want to participate, and U.S. soccer did absolutely nothing when MLS said that. MLS didn't want to participate, and U.S. soccer did absolutely nothing. And so we're supposed to think that they care about the tournament, that they want to see the soccer grow in this country. That is a step of us growing in this country when we take, you know, these tournaments serious here. But they don't even care. Copa America is being hosted here, and we can't even get out the group. You think they care? No. They were selling tickets at ridiculous prices because all they care about is that money. All they care about is that green. There is no push. In reality, there is no push to grow the game here. There isn't any. But we're supposed to act like it is. Every 4 years, like, oh yeah, how much money are we going to bring in? The amount of money that gets brought in, so it's 4 years, we'll make so much money during that time that the rest of the 3 years, it's like, okay, whatever. We can lose that money because we're going to make it up anyways. It has to start from the top. Ever since the whole Open Cup thing, the U.S. soccer, the president and all that should resign immediately because they don't care. We need to get somebody in there that does care and that does want to see the game grow here in this country. It's an embarrassment what happened. It's an embarrassment on what happened to this team, to the fans. You know, they're rooting for the U.S. men's national team, and this is supposed to be the greatest generation, but in reality, it's not. They call it the golden generation. It's more like the gold-plated generation. There's nothing behind it, nothing that sticks out where results show. And these results that they do, you know, when they tied England, or, you know, we're being sold that these are great things. They tied Brazil, and we're being sold that look what's happening, you know. But other teams in the past were able to beat these teams. We don't have anything exciting to show for, and it's sad to see. The U.S. men's national team, man, I mean, the potential is there, but it's not being used properly. And I think fans are upset. Fans have had enough of this, so we shall see what happens. I hope it's a wake-up call to the players as well. I mean, to the players to think like, hey, I got to look in the mirror and am I really being... When you're told you're the best, and when you're told you're the golden generation so many times, you believe it, and you start to think that you can walk on water when you can't. You start to believe that, yeah, you know, this team does need me, and I am that difference. And without me, they can't do anything about it. That's what happens when you get told these lies, and there's no... It's also what happens when you're buddy-buddy with the manager. And a lot of these guys wanted Gregg Berhalter back, and so I wonder why, you know? If you're too friendly with him, there's no competition. There's no like, oh, am I on the hot seat if I don't produce? If I'm not making results, is anything going to happen to me, or is my spot secure? Because he believes I am that guy, and so there's no one behind me that can tell me otherwise. What we saw during this tournament is just a reflection of what was happening. The signs were there, so we shall see if anything is going to come of it, any type of change. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments. What did you think of the overall performance? I mean, I just would love to hear from you guys. And like I said, the U.S. men's national team is out. After this, I should be going back to talking about the USL, but I just really had to make this video, and hopefully it kind of ties in because of the whole Open Cup thing. So we shall see what happens, guys. But please like this video, and I will see you guys all on the next one.